where's Ron?
It's a great question.
Where is Ron? Where the
We don't
hell
know.
is Ron?
Who knows?
We
Who
just
knows where Ron
we
is?
dedicated a show to Ron. We're trying to do Ron a solid, and no freaking Ron. What's up with that? Anyways,
I think
Tuesday,
he's trying to get
March.
into the mascot costume for Tales from the Green Griffin.
That's his furry.
Wow.
I didn't know Ron was a furry.
No, it's just a mascot costume. I think he's dressed like an innkeeper.
Oh, well, Ron is ghosting us right now. So we delayed it. We're trying to do some recon on the Ron, but the Ron is nowhere to be found right now. So thanks everybody for joining us today. It's March 22nd, Crow's Nest. We were going to do an interview session, so this might turn into just Jason and I and Justin talking session. Maybe I'll do a little bit of painting.
Everybody wants to hear.
Exactly.
Yes.
Scintillating.
So I'm
just scintillating conversation.
I'm
I
expecting.
mean, Justin's here, so he can kind of lead the charge.
Oh gosh. No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, do you know what I got in the mail? Since I see Greg Zuniga is on the line,
Absolutely
Jason.
nothing. I don't know anything. What do you got in the mail?
I got my bamboo.
my bamboo.
From Wicked Elf Miniatures, little bamboo shoots that you sculpted the bamboo for.
I did sculpt the bamboo.
Yeah, check it out. Check out Wicked Elf Miniatures for bamboo such as this. Ooh, I got a couple other things. Here's some more bamboo little flower thingies.
And I was going to say, doesn't he? Yeah, he sent some leaves too, probably.
Yeah, he sent me some big old fronds and that. Ooh, all kinds of things in here. He's such a good dude. Greg is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite Gregs. Do you have a favorite Greg?
Is he?
I think it's he's
he's
one of my favorite
at least
people.
My top 3, I'd say. I'm trying to remember if I know any other Gregs right now.
My middle name is Gregory, and he's more of a favorite than me. He's higher up on my Greg list than I am. How about that? Does that make sense?
Higher than your own middle name is what you're saying.
Yeah, I never really liked my middle name, but I like Greg. So thank you, Greg.
Otis says we need some anthropandas. I'd be up for that.
Anthropomorphic pandas. I believe a lot of those already exist that you have sculpted.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but not under Reaper.
Not in the Reaper line.
No.
Certainly not in Bones USA material.
No, not in Bones USA material. Yeah. Yeah. Greg Zuniga does represent Gregs very well. I think he's one of the top Gregs. Can't think of him. Yeah, can't think of another Greg that would.
Maybe he is the top Greg. I mean,
he could be the top Greg. Wow, we're really killing time right now. But hey, so today, the intent of today's show, and we're still hoping that Ron will respond at some point and join us. But we were going to do some Bones 6 previewing. I don't know where we are with that anymore. You guys have seen me painting on the bugbears forever. So I had those out yet again because that's all I have from Bones 6 to paint besides the dragon. So yeah, Astro Pandas in space. Space pandas.
Huh? There we go.
That's
Space pandas.
Idea. Yeah.
Well, that definitely would be a niche.
Yeah. Oh, Tish is on. I'm seeing Bob and Julie, of course, are on. They're always on. Hey,
well, Ron's a headliner. I mean, when you put Ron Hawkins out there on social media, people tune in.
Yeah.
Which makes it even worse that he's not here, you know?
No, and it's not like we were teasing
But he will be
anything.
here. I mean, we've got his name up there. It's just a blank screen, though. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. I'm not. I just don't know. I just don't know at this point.
It's almost like a bait and switch, I think.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to?
Who, me? What do you think? I heard there was a Kickstarter starting next week, so I had to start sculpting this week.
Yeah, let's pretend we're trying to fill content.
So I've spent the last 8 hours trying to get all my stuff done.
Kid, let's give some teases out there. I've seen a few things that you're working on, and I'm personally super excited, but I don't believe we have approval to say what those
Yeah,
are.
that's a problem. Ron likes to do the reveals, and I don't even like to
Mm,
talk about it because at any point things can change.
yes, yes, I know. So that
So
that coastal structure, we probably shouldn't talk about that.
coastal structure, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know I've seen some stuff that Bob and Julie have done.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I've heard of some stuff that Chris was actually, I saw some stuff that Chris was working on. I know Christine's got a few things. Bobby's
Hmm.
got a few things. Jane's got a few things. Andy's got a few things. I think there's a lot of people that are working now that we know the date that it's supposed to be released. So,
And when is that date? When's the launch date?
well, the last I heard, the launch date was the 31st of March, so a week from
Yeah,
Thursday.
a week from
But
this Thursday.
again, until it actually goes live, we don't like to put too tight a
Right.
screw on it because Kickstarter can take a while to approve the project. There's all sorts of things that can delay it by a couple of days.
Hmm. Maybe that's why Ron is late, because he's working directly
Yeah.
with Kickstarter right now. You want to?
Well, that could be. It's almost always a
Okay.
target date with Kickstarter. I mean, it's almost
Yeah.
always a target date. So, hopefully there'll be, once we know for sure, there'll be a countdown, I believe, and
Hmm.
someone will hit a button. I heard maybe Justin will hit a
Who
button.
who hit the button last time, Justin?
I believe it was John. John at the button
Ah,
last time.
so is that
Who's hitting
have
it this
you
time? Did
ever?
you guys have a lottery?
No, but we had some discussed names, but nothing is concrete as of this point. Hell, we're still trying to have the meetings put together where we know what we're going to stream for this thing beyond just the initial stream for it. So there's a lot of Bone Six stuff that isn't just Bone Six that has to get discussed. So we have
Oh.
not done it because we're also working on a video right now for Bone Six in support of it. That's just like an asset thing. And we're also
Hmm.
working on a Adepticon video that we're gonna do. So
Yep.
since
Yeah,
we're
we
not
have
going to
Adepticon
Adepticon,
coming up very quickly this weekend, and Gary
oh,
Con,
hold on a second.
also another convention that's attended by a lot of our fans and coworkers. Uh, you guys are also engaged in planning Reapercon, I believe.
Yeah. Reapercon. That's going to happen again this year.
It is.
Yep.
So yeah, you've got a full plate.
And it
Definitely a full
was.
plate.
Yeah. Oh. Um. I have plans to come see you next week. Next week, week after
Who,
next.
Justin? Oh, me?
No, you.
Huh.
I get to go out to Weeby Land and visit the legendary sculptor himself in person. And we're hoping that not next week, but the week after, we'll be doing the Crow's Nest from Weeby Tiki Land.
Yes.
Pretty excited about that. Oh, look who we
We're gonna
have
have to
finally.
figure out a chair
17
for you and
minutes.
another camera or something.
Yeah, 17 minutes in. Here we go.
17 minutes late is what I call on time.
Yeah. Well, when you're a
Huh.
big time high roller like yourself, Ron Hawkins, you can roll in whenever you want to, and the crowd is going wild on Twitch.
Are
There's
they?
Oh, let me
cheers
see.
and oh, look at that.
I'd say that's wild. Yeah, there's even some
Yeah.
exclamation points.
I'm not
Greg
even going to
Zuniga
tell
doesn't
you.
believe that's you.
I'm not even going to tell you why I'm late. I had a really, really great reason. Besides the fact that I forgot, but
Yeah.
that's not the point. Because Justin reminded me in time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Not even
this
gonna-
might as well. We're trying to kill dead air right now.
I'll
Why
tell
were you
you
late?
guys. I'll tell
Yeah.
you two guys after the show.
No. You're gonna have to share with everybody after the show.
The general public.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Sorry,
Ron,
I'm late. Yeah.
What have you been up to? What's
Just hanging
new?
around. Just
I
hanging
mean,
around.
let's kind of let's start it off like we're on Reaper Live. Hey, what have you been doing this week?
Connor, will you shut the door, please? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Sorry. One of my many minions.
Yeah, that's your son. Well, you're
Yeah.
bossing your son around there now.
No,
He
that's the intern.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, free labor.
Is it the
Graphic.
same Connor or a different Connor?
It's the only one I've ever had.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had a new intern named Connor
No, that's my
or if the
kid.
intern's name was Connor Hawkins. I didn't know. So,
That's Connor Hawkins, the son and the intern.
wow. A double
Does Connor
duty.
Hawkins? Does Connor
He's
Hawkins, the
getting
son
paid.
and intern, get actual? He gets paid. Okay.
He gets paid. He has a job here. He has an actual
Oh
job.
wow. When did that start?
3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
what does he do? Does he make
He
boxes
works.
and stamp them?
Yeah.
Staff painter.
That's an
Well,
inside joke.
That's an inside joke. Holy hell, that's a classic.
He's
Poor Connor.
he did get a promotion from that. He pulls orders. He does pretty much everything
Oh.
Cindy asks him to do.
Oh, so he's
That's
pretty
Cindy's. He's
Yeah.
Cindy's fill in the blank.
Yeah, fill in the blank.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Right now he's pulling orders. So
Ah.
he's been pulling Ukrainian bird orders is what he's been doing.
Yeah, we haven't even got a chance to talk about Jason's Ukrainian bird. Let's go down that path. Is that thing super popular, Ron? The bird?
Yeah,
Has it
yeah.
been flying off the shelves, literally
So to
and
speak,
figuratively?
no pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been doing really, really well. So the way this started was it was not 2 days ago, but last Sunday. I'm at home on my computer and I'm working on Bone 6 stuff, and then I get a text from Meg going, "Hey, do you care if we do a Ukrainian relief miniature?" I said, "I don't care. Doesn't I'm politically not against that, but
Well,
it just
that's a good move on your part.
yeah, so it's just clearing,
Yeah.
making sure everyone's on board with it. Like maybe I'm very pro-Russian or something like that, and damn it, no, no, it wasn't like that at all. So
All right.
I said, of course, and he goes, well, he said, can we be shit out of miniature in 24 hours? I said, and he goes, I'll
Yeah,
give it 24.
that's my process right there. That's a description of my process that I'm never going to let you guys live down.
Wait,
Well-
let me reenact the call because here's Ron's response. Well, if anybody could shit out a miniature in 24 hours, it's definitely Weeby.
Now
Yeah, that's great.
Ed
Let me
asked
reach out to him.
specifically.
No.
He asked specifically for Weeby, and he said, "Can he do it in 24 hours?" I said, "Damn, Ed, we're working on Bone 6 right now." He goes, I'll give him 28 hours." Like that makes a difference.
Oh,
So-
it did. That extra 3 hours really turned the corner for me.
Well, so I said, let me contact Weeby and see. And so I texted Weeby, and we sort of went back and forth on some stuff. And he said, you said, Jason, you said.
I said, yeah, let me
Oh.
finish my bucatini.
He said, I just happen to have some parts laying around for some other things I was working on for Bone 6.
Oh, yes, yes. Which basically was bird feet. So there's a clue. I had some bird feet just sitting there. And I thought, well, I could build a bird off these bird feet. And then I thought, well, I could make a lute. And then I thought, well, the lute needs a sunflower. And I went
Did all
up and
your
looked up a
research.
Ukrainian stringed instrument, and it turns out they have as many strings as a grand piano. And I thought, I'm not sculpting that. So I made a little lute. But yeah, I thought it turned out pretty good. It was a fast piece, but I think the cause is pretty good because, you don't even have to take a political position. There's obviously people that need help, and that's what it's for.
Yeah. Yeah. People are suffering, so this is going to help quite a bit. And you did research not only into the musical instrument, but also into the subject itself and the name. Tell us
Yep,
about the name, because
yep.
I can never remember on Reaper Live.
Well, Kobzar was actually the name of a fairly famous bard, I believe from the 18th century, who was famous for mocking Russians which I didn't even realize till later. But then Kobzar became uh, sort of the name of an instrument and kind of a generic term for a specific kind of bard. And then Solo Viejo, which I'm probably not pronouncing correctly, is the Ukrainian word for nightingale, which happens to be their national bird, the common nightingale, common European nightingale. But he's pretty generically sculpted. I've seen a lot of people want to paint him like a bluebird or some kind of songbird. So it'll be interesting to see as the paintings come in.
It's a cute piece. It's a really cute piece. And you did all that research in a very short amount of time and got it finished up. And sent us the STL on that the following Monday. And
Yep.
and Daryl got it printing, and then I took it down to mold making on Tuesday, and they said, "What the hell is this?" I said, "This is the promotional."
Oh, you didn't know? Surprise.
Exactly. They were like, "We hadn't heard anything about this." I was like, "Yeah, no one told you guys?" And they were like, "No." So, oh gosh, I did my part. Jason, you did your part. Daryl did
Everybody
his
did
part.
their part.
Everybody's
Yeah,
done their
everybody
part.
did their
Now,
part.
but at that point, everyone was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. So now everybody has to do their part and order one.
How
And
has
what
orders
was
gone
the
so far?
$7.50 go to UNICEF from each miniature
Yeah,
sold? Is that right?
it's a $10 mini, and Reaper is donating $7.50 of every $10 collected um, to the UNICEF Children's Fund. Yeah, for specifically for the
Yeah.
Ukraine. So, yeah, it's for
And
good.
I did donate to sculpting as well, so it's no one's
Yes.
making any money off that.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been doing really, really well. I don't have a count, but we donate. I think when they said last weekend, Dave, they wrote a check for $7,000 or something like that to the UNICEF.
Wow.
And still going strong.
Still going. And those are pre-orders, right? Those are just the pre-orders. Now it's actually a live piece, which when you order it now, you get it shipped the next day. So, and they're out there pulling them now. They're still pulling them. So, it's a good cause. So there you
That's
go.
great.
There's your Ukrainian UNICEF story for the week. And it's
There
only
we go.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, Ron. We promised a exclusive reveal for Bone 6 on the show today.
Okay.
What do you got? What do you got for the audience? Something they haven't seen so far.
I didn't reveal. I didn't get anything ready for this. We're not doing. I didn't say that. I never promised
Yeah, you
that.
did. Yeah, you did. You promised it on Reaper Live last Thursday. I yeah.
did.
Or maybe I promised that you were going to say something
That's
on Crow's Nest.
Michael promised it
Either
on
or.
Reaper Errant.
I have a piece right here. Now it's not a Weeby piece, which is what you might
Okay.
expect from a
Well, that's
Weeby
fine.
robe.
It's a Reaper
But
piece.
it is a
Hopefully.
piece. It's a print. It's a print.
Ooh. Justin, hook us up.
Can we embiggen that?
Hook us up with what?
Pay attention. Wait, pay attention and blow up Ron's screen.
Can you give Ron the full screen?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can.
There we go. Ooh.
Oh.
Is that a Julie Guthrie?
It's not.
Ooh,
That's a Christine Van Patten.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wow. Wow. Keep moving it around so we can't see it at all.
Shush. All backwards.
That looks great. That looks great.
What sort of subject matter, Ron?
That is this is for one of the pieces that's going into the Green Griffin expansion. And this is the Green Griffin, by the way, is haunted by.
Okay, that's why I wanted to say ghost, but then I thought, well, maybe it's an underwater piece, so I didn't want to say it yet.
Yeah, she's a ghost. Her name is Dariana. She's one of the ghosts that you couldn't, and from a role playing sense, you could encounter at the Green Griffin. There are 3 notable ghosts there at the Green Griffin. This is Dariana. She's got her own tragic story. There's also a little boy ghost named Sasha, who could be encountered in the Green Griffin. And then there's another one named Zellum. Is that right, Jason? Zellum?
Yeah,
Uh,
Zellum, SCZ or SZELLUM, I believe.
yeah,
Zellum.
Zellum, something like that. And now Jason got to sculpt that guy. He sculpted Zellum, which I think
I
is the
did.
creepy and the coolest of the ghosts at the Green Griffin. Um, he's really cool, and he'll be revealed. And he's one of the parts of the Green Griffin expansion. The Zellum's the one you don't want to mess with. Sasha
Now,
and
who
Dariana.
sculpted Sasha since we mentioned the sculptors on the other two pieces?
Christine did that one as well.
Okay.
She did Sasha as well. So she did these two, and Jason, you got to do the really nasty ghosts.
Huh. Go figure.
Yeah. So it was really, and they're really cool. They all turned out really, really great. So yeah, that was there you go. There's your preview for the day, and I just happen to have that on my desk. I don't think I have anything else cool to show.
What's
Well,
the
the entire
first preview of the
Kickstarter
show?
is called Tales from the Green Griffin, so it's actually based around Green Griffin, which is
It is an inn and a tavern in our little fantasy world of Adon that Reapers had for 20 some odd years, 25
Oh my
years. Wow.
god! Right? Yeah.
Um,
yeah, it's a
this
long
is just a
time.
little sliver of the heartland of Aden, and then there's a nation called Vestonia, and in the very corner of Vestonia, there's the province is called Hills Edge Province, and at the edge of Hills Edge Province is a little town called Barrowgate, and the Green Griffin is there. So
Wow.
Is Joseph Wolf
So
involved
you've
in
got
writing these
Kickstarters
backstories?
for decades now. Sorry,
yeah,
Michael.
yeah, Bones 10 confirmed.
Okay, cool.
Joe, what Joe's doing? We've been working on the sculpting for the Bone 6 project for
At least a
many,
week.
many, many months, if not over a year for a lot of this stuff. Um, and it's not like, a year and a half ago, we had this idea, let's do this thing called Bones 6 Tales from the Green Griffin. It just doesn't work like that. It's kind of an organic thing, just sort of develops. But you're collecting up all these different things. Bobby's bugbears, for example. Jason's, oh gosh, Jason, what was one of the things that we've had sitting on for a while? You've done so much new stuff. I'm trying to remember the two-headed troll, Lardgull.
Two-headed troll. Yeah, we've had the rat
Yeah.
catcher.
Yeah, the rat
That's
catcher.
been
Some of the
around
stuff
for a
we've had
while.
for a long time, just sort of sitting on. And as these things sort of are, as you see them and they sort of collect, the question every time is, what's the theme of the Kickstarter? And even though they're kind of themed, I guess, from a visual perspective, there's no real theme. It's just a bunch of stuff. It's just a good excuse to put out a bunch of cool stuff
Well,
in a Kickstarter.
but now there's a few expansions that have themes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've been themed expansions for sure. The core set's usually kind of a kitchen sink kind of a thing. We just sort of
Right, and it's a glorious kitchen sink.
It is.
Oh,
It's really
It
a lot.
is. There's a lot of cool stuff
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. Now
Is do,
we could run like a themed Kickstarter, like this all Greek or all Viking or all whatever, but we would like to appeal to as many people as possible, so we give a very broad variety of stuff, and then tailor the expansions to specifics.
Yeah. So I know you've sent some previews to us on some of the expansions, but I don't know what's been officially released. There was an expansion, a themed expansion that I was super excited about, but I don't know whether it's been discussed or not. It's ancient, and then the next word starts with an E.
Shh.
Okay, never mind.
Mummies and sand and stuff.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Don't know what that is.
That must have got dropped or something like that, right?
It's if you look at the previews of the little graphics that John's been showing on social media, you can tell pretty much what it might be. It's not Vikings for sure.
It's not Vikings. Okay.
It's kind of there is an Egyptian expansion. Yeah.
Oh, did I ruin something?
You let the cat out of the bag. You let the crow out of the bag.
I thought you said Egyptian Vikings. I'm going to have to go back and make some changes.
Oh,
I want to go back to Joe and this kind of stuff. We were talking about how the Kickstarter doesn't really have a theme. Well, this one, like I said, as the stuff started developing, and I'm racking my brain. I mean, you're just trying to figure out what you want to do. And I was discussing with Gene one day, because we know that for Reapercon this year, it's Barrowgate, into the dungeon. And I was talking to Gene one day, just sort of venting about all this stuff, and I mentioned that Jason had done this Green Griffin art for the Green Griffin Inn and Tavern back in 2018 for Reapercon, and we made a T-shirt. Jason made the art for the T-shirt. We put it up, and it was but it was just a thing. It just was a little blip. We didn't promote it. We didn't do anything with it. And Gene suggested, he goes, "Why don't you do something like Tales from the Green Griffin?" And it's all just sort of all these stories from the Green Griffin. And I said, that's a great idea. Let's do that. So at Gene's prodding, we took all the stretch goals and we sort of made this kind of a thing. And I guess if you want to say the theme of the Kickstarter is the Green Griffin is a place where adventurers and people can come and tell their stories and their tales, songs and ballads about all these fantastical things that happen. And they're just little hooks. And this, again, we're not going to be selling MP3s of ballads or songs, although we could probably get Derek Schubert to do that. They're just fun little stories and little hooks to help you sort of get into the stretch goals. So that's all. It's just the Tales from Green Griffin is just a lot of fun. Now we will be putting out a PDF called Tales from the Green Griffin. And it is just a 8 to 12 page PDF that's basically going to tell you about the Green Griffin. It'll give you a map. It'll talk about the characters that are there, the ghosts we just talked about, all this stuff. And that'll be a free download on reapermini.com probably the first week, if not the first full week of the Kickstarter. If not day one, we'll try to get the first full week. And you can sort of read along and just sort of have fun. It's just value-added content, just free stuff, just fun stuff.
So instead of a ship this time, there's going to be an actual tavern. That's a huge stretch goal.
On a piece of paper, a tavern, yes.
Oh, not a big, huge resin bones
a
material
PDF of a tavern you can print out and build out of popsicle sticks if you wish.
Multi-floor with a basement.
We're not
barrels and no.
We won't even be providing an STL of the Green Griffin Tavern. It's just too much. Unless
Michael's been working on a pyramid. I thought wasn't that a pyramid you were working on?
Yeah.
Weren't you sculpting a pyramid? I thought we were unveiling Michael's pyramid today.
Oh. Yeah. I can't seem to find it. Okay. Yeah, we should put it on mold. Yeah. Let's put it on mold. That's a whole waste of plastic right there and rubber and against time.
And by the way, and like you asked originally, Michael, yes, Joseph Wolf is writing all the little hooks and all the little fluffy bits. And the Green Griffin Tavern write-up PDF thing too. So, and that's kind of a fun thing to do. We'll say we've got a spreadsheet, Jason. You've seen the spreadsheet where we say, okay, here's all the things, and I'll say, okay, Joe, I need a blurb on fire newts and what they are, and basically I need a little hook, and it's just a little short little paragraph about. Fire newts are evil creatures from the elemental plane of fire. They're here. And the hook is some adventurers were in a dungeon and they saw some fire newts and it was a bad thing. Kind of a deal. They're just little.
I'm sure Joseph will flesh that out a little more.
Yeah.
If we had time, I'm sure he would write an adventure for every single one of these things.
Yeah.
But there are no plans to do that, although some of them could be fleshed out into adventures.
We don't want to bind up people's creativity either. We're just kind of providing a little grist for the creative mills out there. You don't want to constrain them to a certain adventure or whatever.
Yeah, these are just fun little hooks. They're just ideas. They're just neat little things that people are going to read. They're not full-on adventures, and I hope people don't expect Tales from the Green Griffin will be a book of a bunch of adventures. Although maybe that'd be a good idea for a future potential book.
Well, obviously there'll be a trivia quiz at Reapercon.
There you go. Good idea. So, but yeah, so we've been working on the graphics, the blurbs, the art, working with Bobby and Jason, Gene, Bob and Julie, Chris, Christine, Andy, Kevin and Daryl.
You've been working with Rhonda and Jen and I on something too.
Yeah, that's exciting. Did you have any problems with that picture today?
No, I didn't have any problems with it. It's really cool. I'm super excited about it. Yeah,
You're good with all the selections on there?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to?
No
Do we
changes?
want to share? I don't have any changes.
Nah, I'm not ready to share yet.
I think there's
Oh, it's new
some
Pizza Dungeon dice, isn't it? I can tell
it
already just
needs.
from the way you guys are
Yeah.
talking.
You mentioned in your response how certain one thing needs to be fleshed out a little bit more, and those, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But the selections are great.
So, and you can tell Michael what we're talking about if you want to.
Rhonda and Ron asked Rhonda, and who then roped Jen Greenwald and myself in on selecting the 12 core colors for the Reaper Kickstarter this time.
Yeah.
So we went through back catalog colors that maybe are still in production but aren't, maybe like forgotten gems, like what the three of us go to, and we had a lot of messaging back and forth, like what are the kind of the colors that are your maybe not necessarily true go-tos, but we did have that in the selection process too. But what are the ones like if a hidden gem kind of color? And then we took it upon ourselves to resurrect a couple of super important colors that have been lost over the years, retired, or maybe were in a different iteration at some point within a different kind of
Wow.
line.
So what you're saying is it's going to be Tales from the Meadow Green, Griffin.
Yeah, but all superior
good,
colors to
very good.
that Bobby Jackson whining of Meadow Green. Meadow Green's a great color, but I mean, Bobby's made it out to be this mythical
Magic.
color. Yeah, and it's not. These colors are magic, not.
Well, that's
Bobby
exciting. How many
Jackson.
colors are
Yeah.
there?
There's
12?
12.
12 new
Wow.
colors. 12 new
12 new
colors.
Completely
colors.
new colors.
Yeah. Completely new colors based on some old favorites, reimagined. We all kind of were able to put our input in. Is like, if we could have this back, here's kind of what we'd like and what we'd like a little different in it. So
Yeah, and there were more than 12 choices to pick from for sure.
yeah.
And so
Oh yeah, totally.
I went through today and made the little graphic, and I just went through them all and thought, well, these sound cool to me. So I picked 12 of like the 18 or 20 suggestions that were on there, and passed it back to them and said, "What do you guys think?" And looks like everyone's passed it. They also, the same three, also, if you also picked out the what we call the painters picks for the existing
Yes.
colors. We always do 24
Yes.
paints. We do 12 existing and 12 new, and you guys also picked out the 12 existing colors that are painters picks.
Yeah, and that was following down the same path of here are the ones that are still there, ones still in line, and what we use and what are the go-tos and what we think have been almost forgotten colors at this point. Like, hey, what do you? When I've taught classes or whatever, I'll throw out colors and people are like, "That, how old is that color? It's been around a long time, but here's what I use for this." And we listed out. I don't know if you're going to be able to include Rhonda Wordsmith, Jen and I's ideas on how we use the colors. So I think that'll be kind of fun too.
Yeah.
I learned some things in the process too, like how Rhonda and Jen were using certain colors. I'm like, oh shit, that makes sense. I haven't tried that. So it's a good learning process.
There was an interesting color you chose from the new colors. I thought was really interesting that didn't seem like it would get used a lot, and I'll have to ask you about that later. But it was just an interesting choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ever changing, always adjusting,
always moving like a shark.
Always
so we have at least
like
at least
a shark.
10 new miniatures and at least 12 new colors is what you're saying.
At least.
Yeah,
at least
10 new miniatures, 24 paints, 12 of them are brand new. The other 12 are packaged together in an artist set, right? Is that what it is right now? Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. Michael, I haven't seen. So the dragon you've been working on, he finally got a name. So I talked to Dragon Master and Forster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I haven't seen him in a long time. And so his name is Charandar. Anne named him. Anne named him. And so
Anne's painting one too, right? Is Anne painting one?
If she were to get the legs and the head, she would be painting one. Yes. The one I sent her, I just sent
So
her the
you
box.
send them out by the piece, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
sure
collect all
that makes it real popular.
and she didn't get a head or legs. So I
Hmm.
asked the guys at Churchworks to send her a set of legs and a head. I think there
Oh,
are only 4 or 5 of these things sent out. Michael, you got one, and Michael
I,
Mordor got one, and then a couple more. I can't remember who I gave to at Reapercon.
yeah.
Now, Andy
All I
got
know
one.
is Kevin gave me mine, so that's all I know.
Well, there you
But
go. You got. That's the only one I've seen painted so far.
I got to finish it. Damn.
He looks great.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
When do you
he's
need
Was
him
really
Michael's
done?
the only one that had the head and the legs? Because that seems
Yeah, I
like,
guess
you know,
so.
you kind of handicap the other painters.
Well,
Well, I wouldn't. I'm not going to admit that was Kevin Williams and I's strategy, but
cut open all the boxes, take out the heads and the legs.
yeah, take out a random piece or 2 or 3. Yeah.
I can't
Leave the
finish it.
body and wings so there was enough weight in there to go. Oh yeah, it's in there. But knowing
I didn't.
knowing Reaper for what Reaper is, you just plug a piece out. No one's ever going to double check it before it goes out.
Who's
Quality
gonna check?
control. Yeah,
Who's
there's
gonna?
quality controls. Yeah. So
I blame it on
yeah,
trench
so,
work.
yeah, just throw somebody else. Otis the Hobby Pony, the Burninator.
What?
Dragon name. Burninator.
Oh,
Burninator.
yeah. It's like, yeah, that name's been taken.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Some
Hey,
random
question.
customer is getting a head or a leg of the dragon in the mail. No idea what it's for.
Hey, Michael, have you got any of those Bone 6 promotional models there on your desk?
I do. Do they have paint on them? Absolutely not. But we had Bobby on last week. I know you watched, so you saw that Bobby was on with us last week. But here are the.
They're cute. They're so much fun.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time last week, and I know you watch, so you know what I'm about to say. That we talked about these forever, and we had a challenge on how quickly we could assemble them, and yeah, and I think that
It was
goes
just
there.
Michael trying to put them together over and over and over again.
Goes
That's all.
there.
It wasn't
And
much
that
of a
goes.
There you go.
challenge.
It's a little unfair because there's 4 on one.
Well, that's the only goblin you see.
Yeah.
Well,
Look,
maybe that's
watch this, Ron. Watch this.
Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare paint on that goblin. Damn it, you've ruined it forever.
It's a freaking green goblin.
Dang it.
No way. Here we go. This is better. Then we'll just make him an orange goblin.
Look at that. This is exciting.
Isn't that exciting? That's your high level painting
quality
right
television
there.
right there.
Yeah. But I mean, Rhonda's already painted them and she did fantastic with them. I mean, that's like you feel intimidated even to make an attempt at
Yeah, I was
them
going to say,
Rhonda's
are you even going to bother to try to paint them at this point, Michael?
I can't compete with Rhonda, so why would I?
Yeah.
I'd rather just get a fresh crack at something and have it done months before anybody else gets a copy. And so it'll be a while before they'll paint a superior version than I did. And
that's
everybody will forget that. Yeah.
So you'd rather be the pace setter, not the one that comes afterwards.
I'd rather be way out ahead, show the image when no one else has access to it. And then everybody, by the time they get it, they forget that I've painted a version of it and then they can do it on their own. They're not comparing. Yes.
May I ask, do the viewers of the Crow's Nest know how to get these things, these promotional models?
Why, yes, they do. We talked about it last week, and I know you know because you watch the show religiously. Even if you can't watch it live, you're watching it after the fact with your cocktails in the hot tub. But with every order they place, and I don't think there's a limit on the order, is there?
You know what? It's not even every order. It's just most orders. So if they
most orders.
Yeah, I don't think every order gets one, although they've been trying to do that.
So it's like this. They'll do this and they'll let one fly and you got the female thief chick.
Yeah. Something like that. It's maybe not
Or
quite that.
you
So
got a
on
wizard.
average, how many orders would you have to make to get the whole set?
Yeah.
It depends on the luck of the draw,
Because
right?
you'll be
You
getting doubles, right? So
could.
Okay,
Yeah.
Trash had an excellent question. We have to divert to this Trash's question.
Okay.
Please ask Ron, when are we seeing the Reaper Errant miniature set as a stretch goal in Bone 6?
Well, let's see. So there's Pugh hole. There's
Pujol. Or Pujol, Pujol or Pujol. Pujol's probably more
Pujol,
accurate.
Aberrand, and
Uh-huh.
there's Jason's guy. I forget his name.
Corn
corn
cob.
cob.
Corn cob. How could I forget that?
I don't know.
Those are the only real miniatures in the set. No one else has new miniatures. Gene's
It'd
using an
still be
old.
nice to package them all in one group that people could buy.
Yeah, sure, we could do that. I don't know if we would make those all in
I mean,
plastic.
you got 12 new paints and 12 old paints, so why not a few old miniatures, a few new miniatures in the Reaper Errant set?
And what do Ron and Jen use for their characters?
They're old figures.
Are they metal
Jen's
figures?
using one of, yeah, they're metal. She's using one of Jean's sneak thief figures from a long time ago, and
Oh.
Rhonda's something with flames or something. I don't know which one it is. It's metal though. I'm sure they were all metal.
It'd be pretty easy to do.
We could bundle them for sure, but as far as putting them as a stretch goal, probably not going to happen.
Well, Trash is extremely disappointed.
Maybe just the new ones we wouldn't put again. We're not gonna put those other two probably not in metal. We've already got a finalized list of what we're gonna put in there. So
well, we established that Jason can poop out a miniature in under 24 hours.
this is true.
Well,
he's got a list
more on.
He's got a list of about 20 or 30 more he's got to poop out first before he gets to that. Jason, you've got a few more pieces to finish, don't you?
You didn't hear me soliciting for more to sculpt, did you? Because I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I've been sending you one every day or a couple of days, so you should be happy.
They've been awesome. The one I saw today was so cool.
Really cool. I have an update I can show you after the show.
He's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, Jason's been cranking it out. And guess who's not going to be sculpting for the next 5 days?
Bobby Jackson.
That's right.
He's got COVID.
Because he's going.
What happened to him?
Adepticon.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Why aren't you at Adepticon, Ron?
Just hanging around. Okay.
Yeah, what Greg Zuniga has a great recommendation for you, Jason. You need to increase your fiber.
Okay. All right. Just have to go to the literal jokes, don't we?
Yeah, well,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. No, I think Adepticon would be a lot of fun this year. It didn't work out for me personally, and still, when you had to make those decisions, things were kind of weird at the time. Maybe next year. Adepticon.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah. And no Minwax in any of the paint colors, new or old. Minwax will not be included as any option to completely ruin miniatures. Yeah.
So no Minwax, no Reaper Errant figures.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like a bust to me.
Crap
Kickstarter. Why even back it?
Right. All right. So let's go back. Kickstarter starts a week from this upcoming Thursday. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got 30 minutes to do by Thursday. Yeah.
Kickstarter is launching. Kickstarter is going to run, Ron, how many days?
I believe it's 30 days. It ends April 30th. Right? Yeah.
Have you 30th. Always Saturday? It's going to end on a Saturday, April 30th.
April 30th at 5 p.m.
January, February, March, April, May. January, February, March, April. April is a knuckle pit, so it's 30. Do you ever do that?
Yeah. No. I just
you just learned that? So yeah, you do count if you can remember.
But I just know the days. the month. I don't need to count.
So if you ever forget, if you get hit in the head
If
or
I ever
something
forget,
like what's
okay.
happened to me,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
how you
It's
figure
great when
it
the
out.
mnemonic is harder to remember than the actual thing.
If I get kicked in the head by a mule, I'll remember that trick.
Right. So has all of the Kickstarters only run 30 days, or have you done it longer in the past?
30 is about the longest we've run. I think maybe they've run maybe a day longer.
Okay.
But Bones 3, I think, ran 18 days. Really short. Really short.
Which bones?
Bones 3, I believe, is the one. What is
Yeah.
that? What you got there? My intern.
Your assistant, your intern?
Assistant. What do you got here, kid? Oh, what?
This
Anyway,
makes great Twitch. Yeah, great. Thanks. Good
it's
content.
custom note. It's bragboard stuff.
Okay. This is the wrong show.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll read it later. Okay.
All right. Let's get back. 30 days.
Bones 3 ran about 18 days, but yeah, generally they've all run about a month.
Okay. And we are set to go a week from Thursday. Launching.
Yeah. Barring something
Kickstarters
crazy.
Yeah.
We're set to go Thursday. Okay. Yeah.
And then it'll run. It'll end on a Saturday. And then I got a question. That people ask it. When is fulfillment? Hasn't even started yet, but when's fulfillment?
Yeah, when is shipping? When are they going to ship?
Honestly, I believe that we have put in there that the shipping would be about 18 months. Now, we never know. We can't tell. We just don't know. So April 2023. So that would be about September, October 2023. Right.
Yeah.
About 18 months. But, last time we had the stuff start showing up in April. We thought we were actually, on time. And it's just, stupid COVID and everything and delays and whatnot. So, because once we started fulfilling, and we had the stupid things with the fire marshals where they shut us down for a few days and things like that. But once we started fulfilling, we were done pretty fast. So I think every time we do these things, we learn and we get better. And I know that this time we've built in some things within the Kickstarter itself to help us pull faster, things like that.
Those fire marshals and worker safety is always,
Yeah. Well, and this year we have that bail fund we set up in advance, so if that happens again, we can just write a check instead of having to collect it.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And hopefully the fulfillment comes not in the middle of the summer.
You know what?
Like it did last time.
I didn't have a problem with the heat. I really didn't. And you know what? Last July, we had a pretty mild June. The heat wasn't so bad. It really wasn't that bad. The humidity was pretty tough, but it wasn't that awful. It was the pace. That's what it was for me personally. It was just the pace because it was nonstop.
After it closes, after the April 30th ending, closing, the pledge manager, as always, will stay open.
Yeah,
it'll go down for a period of time, but then it'll open back up, and you can add to your heart's content. More and more miniatures, and most likely other miniatures might be added on potentially after the fact, which tends to happen. And you'll get better previews as time goes on. Their stuff might still be in render form during the Kickstarter and get fully sculpted.
Yeah.
And so, there's sometimes I see their art. I'm like, that art's awesome. I wonder what the mini's going to look like. And the mini comes out like, holy shit, it's even tops the art. And it's like, oh yeah, I want to get involved in that one. Now it's a cool figure as well. So that's cool.
Yeah, we'll leave the pledge manager open, let people who are late backers or people just want to add more stuff to their pledges. Again, Bone 6 is going to be different. Everyone should be aware that Bone 6 is going to be different because Bones 5 was huge. It was huge. It really just pulled everything out of all of us, from the sculptors to through fulfillment from beginning to end. It was just so much work,
Mhm.
and we it. I think what it did is it caused backers, very broadly, to it was just too much. They just couldn't. A lot of people were able to absorb all those figures, but a lot of people weren't able to afford them all or get them all at the same time. And you know what, I totally understand that. We provided so many options to people that it was just overwhelming. I don't
Mhm.
think Bones 6 is going to be as overwhelming as Bones 5 was. I think it'll be a much more manageable Kickstarter in terms of so many different things, from fulfillment to production to the creation. It's a lot more manageable this time. We didn't go nuts. We didn't go crazy. There is no giant ship at the end of this one. Um, and
Not
Will
yet.
some of the miniatures be Bones USA?
The
that's the
giant
plan.
tavern.
Is some of those we don't know which ones yet, if any at all. But the plan is to try to make some of those as Bones USA figures. Um,
Nice.
we don't know yet. We don't. We have no idea. We won't know until after the Kickstarter's over. But it will. It will. If we do end up doing Bones USA figures, there will probably be some of the more character size models, which there was a lot more character size models this time, um, and a lot less of the dragons and the mammoths and things like that. You know. So a lot more stuff that could be made into Bones USA volume wise. So yeah. That's the plan.
Is there is there a big showstopper piece? There's no ship this time. And we talked about the tavern,
I've
but
seen
I
at
know
least one
that's coming.
showstopper piece.
Have you?
Yeah,
Well,
Giant size?
pretty
the
big.
is it the one we showed in the video?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I didn't see the video.
Um, let's see. This
I like
one's
that dragon. That dragon that was being
That's the one I
previewed
was
is
thinking
cool.
about. I just wasn't sure if we were considering that, but that's a pretty big dragon, and it's a nice piece. Very nice
yeah.
piece.
Look, he's pulling a Proctor and left the screen.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not as
Yeah.
big as a pirate ship, but look at that thing.
Holy
Yeah, it's not as
shit.
big as a pirate ship.
Are you sending that to me, or have you already sent that off
I
to
haven't seen
anyone?
this video yet. This is our 30th anniversary dragon. Um,
Uh,
and
Dibs?
yeah, he's awesome. This was designed by Max Dunbar, sculpted by Chris Lewis. This
Mm-hmm.
print is in. This was printed in one piece. There's two pieces:
Wow.
the base and the
Yeah.
body. Um, so it's a volumetric print. We're just testing the size. So
Yeah.
it's Proctor. If you come down and see us soon,
Yeah.
maybe you can paint it. But it's I don't.
No.
It's our 4 scale.
So is that the actual size, Ron?
Yeah, I believe this is the actual size. There's a 4 scale.
Well, set him aside, and when I'm down, I'll take him home.
If he doesn't break.
Yeah, I know. I worry about with the prints, right?
Yeah. Again, this is a volumetric print, so it's not a high detail print. That's probably going to be the problem with painting this one. Is it's got a high detail print. It's kind of
That's true.
yeah. So, but I'm really pleased with the way it turned out, from the design, to Chris's sculpting. It's a cool piece.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. Anne may want to call dibs on that, so I don't want to get in Anne's way. She likes
cool.
the dragons. Yeah.
We did talk about doing a tavern, an actual Green
Uh-huh.
Griffin printed tavern. It's just not feasible.
Yeah.
It's just not practical to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on. There's so many companies out there that make really fantastic terrain STL products.
Right. Right.
Tavern building, and you know what? They let those guys do that, because that's what they do best, and we'll let them do that. We're going to focus on what we do best, which is cool toys that people can push around the table. So,
Right.
a lot of fun stuff.
You,
A lot of fun stuff.
you can
Very
push.
excited.
You can push a tab. You can push a tavern around if you really try.
You could.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited that get this thing going. Ready to get stuff out there, let people see it. I don't know what people.
Well, the The Shadow Raven says that Anne doesn't want to paint it. Anne complains about dragons. So
Yeah,
dibs.
There
I
you go.
think you might want to talk to Ann
Yeah.
about that. But
Yeah, but
So, well, between we've got the dragon that you just showed there. We've got this dragon. Between
yeah,
the dragons we did for Bones 5, which those
fuck
dragons
yeah,
are so cool.
right.
We're gonna take a dragon break this time.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be some dragons. There's these two, maybe a third one we've got planned.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you're not going to see a lot of dragons. You won't see a mammoth this time.
Let's
Let's
talk
see.
about what we're going to see, not what we're not going to see. The whole point was getting people excited about the Kickstarter, not, you're not going to get this and you're not going
True,
to get that.
true,
And,
true. And I
right?
don't mean to be Debbie Downer like that, because there's so many
Yeah.
things that we're doing just because they're not dragons. There's the bugbears you've got there; those are great.
Yeah.
Julie Guthrie's she did some gnolls, which are great.
Oh, she showed me those. Those are super freaking cool. I like those. I mean,
They're really
yeah,
cool.
you should already have those, right? You should have those and ready to send me versions of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
I've been
So,
meaning to tell you, but Ben's sending me the other bugbear.
oh, okay, cool.
So,
Because I couldn't find out the ones
yeah,
that
I
he
don't know
sent
if
me.
yeah.
He sent me. He was like, "Do we have?" I was like, "I don't remember us ever printing that. Did you?" It was a mess, but it's all sorted out now. Well, good, because I can't wait to see these guys all finished.
Yeah, these are what I'm. Do you want these done first or the dragon done first?
Oh, you know what? You got 10 days. Finish what you want to finish there. I don't know which one shows up first in the Kickstarter. They're both right around the same time. And I don't think they're like within the first 10, 15 reveals, but
Oh,
they're
hey,
uh,
chat's asking busts. Sophie bust, any other busts? Is there going to be continuing from the last Kickstarter? Any new busts in this Kickstarter, or is there a bust break?
so there might be some busts. I've been talking to Julie about some busts, and if
Mm-hmm.
she can finish what she's working on, maybe she will get them done. And if she can't, then maybe not. Now, if they don't make it for the Kickstarter, they may be ready for Reapercon. So, but,
Is there
but
a
what
new
she's
dragon bust coming from Julie Guthrie, possibly?
kind of maybe.
Okay. Cool.
Right there. Leave that right
Yeah.
there. What she's been
Yeah.
talking to me about, when we've been bouncing back and forth, it sounds pretty damn amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been busy just cranking away on this other Bone 6 stuff. She's been making all kinds of cool stuff.
I bet.
So
I bet.
I was doing some really crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, when I'm finished here, I need to call them because they had something to talk about today. So.
Well, they're on right now. They're watching. They tune in
after the show.
They tune in every single time. They're one of our core fans, core watchers.
That's great. I'm here in spirit.
Speaking of which, we ought to show off the Pokey Tool and get some subs.
Oh yeah. Pokey Tool time.
So you guys draw names for the Pokey Tools, right? And then we send out Pokey winners.
Yeah.
Did you want to add something in there since you're a special guest?
I think we should add some Bone 6 promo models, a full set.
Ooh, a full
set of Bone 6 promo models. So get your subscriptions going. Get your hashtag freeze in.
Yeah, and they'll be in packages. They won't be loose like this. They'll actually be in packages.
Mine were in packaging, but I opened them up because Bobby demanded it. So.
And
do they get the goblin or no goblin?
Yeah, they get the goblin. You get all 5 pieces.
Wow. All 5.
All 5 plus.
All right. So, but what we need is 5 gift subs per drawing. That's Justin's rules, not ours. Jason and I would just be giving them all away to everybody tuning in. But we need some subs in order to do that. Justin, do we
Yeah,
have any
it's
subs at
pretty
this
easy
point?
to give away other people's stuff.
Currently,
It-
we
it-
have 1 sub.
Currently, we have 1 sub, and Justin has informed me many times that
There's
we
Madman.
cannot round up. Oh, Madman stepping up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subs. So we're at 7 right now. I'm thinking if I'm doing my math correctly.
So boom, boom, boom.
8,
And
9,
the
10,
giveaway
11,
is
12, 13. Green Oaks Gaming.
There you go.
Yeah.
the giveaway is officially
that.
open, by the way. So get your hashtag freeze in.
Thanks, Justin.
So you get
Man.
all 5 Bone 6 promo models. You get the Goblin, the female Dwarf Cleric. You get the female Human Rogue, the gnome, or excuse me, the male Halfling Fighter, and the male Wizard, male Elf Wizard, plus a Crow's Nest Pokey Tool.
And you get the goblin
That's
minus
just
the
amazing.
orange face.
I mean, look at this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to think that if Ron Hawkins hadn't have pulled that hip flexor in the second dress rehearsal of Michael Jackson's Thriller video, we wouldn't be
Right.
having all of this stuff.
That's right. That's right.
No. Wow.
Oh, you know what? Corn muscles will change the path that you're on. You know?
It does, but in this case, it changed the whole world for the better.
It did.
Kerneko, yes, this is open to non-US people. We just have to palletize it, I believe. That goes over to our UK warehouse and then gets shipped from there.
Yeah.
So,
Palos a pep. Palos a pep. Palos a pep.
thank you,
Thanks.
Palos.
Palos a pep. Thanks for what are we at now?
We're at 16 subs. Technically means
I
we're
should
4
put a
away from
hashtag free in
a
there. I
4th
don't have a
set.
set of those promo models.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I need to send those out to you guys. The those bugbears are cool. They really are.
They are super cool. And they go so long. So is the leader part of the Kickstarter since he already came out? So
It's not.
you have to get him on your own.
Yeah. Now, had we not produced him in Bones USA before the Kickstarter, he would have been part of the set. But
well, he is part of the set. You just have to. It's not just the whole set in Kickstarter.
Yeah, he's not part of the Kickstarter.
No. What do you want? Everything at once? You can't do that. No.
There's a rumor. There's a rumor there may be another bugbear showing up. He just has not been finished yet because Bobby's at a Adepticon.
Oh.
You might get a spellcaster bugbear.
So that would be potentially.
Is that the bugbear cook?
4 or 5 bugbears.
So you got 1, 2, 3.
The bugbear scribe, 3. Right? The bugbear scribe. That's what it is.
Thank you, Green Oaks, by the way, for the additional 5 subs.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Where's
and then the
one coming from Ben?
The one coming from Ben.
Wait. Hold on. Where's this guy? Have you got this guy?
I guess you didn't get the full set, Michael.
Oh, you did. You'd have this guy. That's him.
I have that guy. Yeah. That's this guy. That's the middle guy. Yeah.
2. Okay.
Let me see.
So 4 bugbears, maybe 5 without the leader.
That's the female right there.
Yes, that's who's coming, supposedly.
So that's 4.
Yeah, you got them all.
And
there's 4 bugbears.
1, 2, 3, 4 bugbears for sure in the Kickstarter. 4 bugbears for sure. Maybe
and that's if Bobby Jackson survives Adepticon and makes it back.
Yes. And finishes his bugbear in time to do all
then this. There could be. And it doesn't mean that a bugbear can't be added on at some later date.
Yeah, for
even
sure.
After. Yeah. I mean, bugbears just kind of pop up.
Thank you, Big Jim.
Big Jim.
Get your hashtag freezing, folks, by the way. Right now we're doing 5 sets. 5 Pokey Tools.
Yeah.
And 5...
people are asking about Rug Tarky. So...
Well,
that may be a possibility too, but at some point.
Well, I know that Ed would like to have his Rug Tarky in this Kickstarter if they can get that in time. Just got lots of figures to work on. Oh my gosh. We have a lot to do. Lots to do. I'm excited to show everything off. I really am. Can't wait for everything launched. There's one. There's a Rug Tarky.
I love this figure. This was so cool. And to do more of these guys would be really
Well,
neat.
so Jason, if we do more of these in the future, um, the design process is going to be a little different on these new ones. Is that correct?
Well, this guy was
It's kind
this
of a
guy's
prototype.
like the independent operator. The rest of the guys are going to be more troopers, I believe.
Mm.
So they'll be armored up and they'll have a little more high tech weaponry.
Are they going to look? Are the heads going to look a little different?
Yeah, I think so. Not a whole lot different. They'll still obviously be Rugtarki.
Yeah, those bugbears are cool. That Rutarki's cool too. They all look really good together.
Yep.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Yeah. All right. It's quarter after basically. Even though Ron
Ready?
did join us late. Ron did join us late.
I did.
Correct.
So we should penalize him for that a little bit. What's our total at right now?
We are currently at, let's see here, we're at 5 sets of giveaways.
5 sets. All right. Do we want to, Ron, do you want to read off the names or can you see the screen?
I'm not on Twitch.
Okay.
I won't
I'll
be
read
next.
them. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead,
I'll
Michael. We haven't
slaughter
had
the
a
names.
Michael Proctor reading of the names in a while.
This is
Wait.
always just
Let me think
ugly.
here. One second. Let me think.
All right. Let's think.
Oh, is he going to throw more stuff in?
I'm trying to think what we could throw in to make it even a little sweeter.
Ooh.
How about your voicemail?
My voicemail.
Ron will leave a voicemail for all winners.
I don't.
Mushrooms?
You know what? I wish I had stickers of the emblems that Izzy's been drawing and illustrating for us, but I don't have stickers of that stuff yet. If I did, I'd put a set of those in there too.
Ooh, what about
that would be nice. Maybe you could do that on the show that we'll do during the Kickstarter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So our plan is we are going to have the various sculptors on during the Kickstarter. We've already had Bobby on because let's get him over with and move on to other folks. We'll probably have him back on again if he survives Adepticon during the Kickstarter, and we can talk about what's being released. So we'll have you back on again, maybe middle or probably towards the end, maybe to kind of see how everything's going and talk about things.
And it's maybe there might be a special week 4 Bone 6 roundtable where everyone is in the same building.
Ooh. Wow.
I think so.
That's going to take a lot of coordination and a lot of planning.
And there's no one here to do that anymore.
I was wondering whether that topic was going to come up or not, and I wasn't going to bring it up.
We're not going to talk about it.
I think we better start our drawing.
It's real quick. So there may be a Kickstarter countdown party. We won't announce it until we know for sure we're going to do it. But just want to put it out there that might be happening April 30th here at the Reaper Factory. So
I already have it blocked out on my calendar.
So, see, Michael already knew about it.
Yeah. Well, that's before the cyber hack, I guess.
Yes. So keep
all right.
All right, let's do the drawing.
All right, let's do drawing. Justin, give me a name.
Right,
I'm ready.
Let's go here.
I'm ready. Twisted Doma. You won a Poke Tool and 5 promo figures. Oh, the Waffle Witch. See, I'm doing pretty good so far. Also, Poke Tool. Oh, wait. Before we draw another one. Oh, wait. Keldor 187 won. The Poke Tool, we didn't give the proper shout out on the Poke Tool. Sculpted by Julie Guthrie and lettered in the back by Bob Rodolfi. I always talk about it. I always want to give them credit. He did the lettering in the back. He lettered in the back.
His penmanship is impeccable. It really is.
It is. Okay, here we ready. So we've given away 3, 2 more. Kirienko, 589.
No,
No,
he's not a winner.
no, sorry. Psych. Artis.
Ardius. Ardius.
Ardius with the little mark afterwards, but nothing after Ardius. The mark. And one more. No, let's skip that one. Pick somebody else. Xander 781. I'm just playing. Xander 781 also won. So you get a Poke
You
Tool.
just broke somebody in the audience. They saw their name come up, and you're going to just pass them right on by. That's real nice.
and 5. And these are Bobby actually really did a good job on these.
Actually, he did. Yeah.
He tends to every now and then.
Okay. So when Bobby was talking
one random
about him,
set will be painted by Michael, right? Isn't that how it works?
Ooh, that would be a great gift.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be a great gift if that never was going to happen. Ron, quiz for you. When we had Bobby on, of the 5 figures, he shared with us the one he was least happy with.
Ooh,
Which one did he pick? Which one did he say was his least favorite?
I'm going to say the female with the torch.
That's it. You nailed it. That was the one he was least happy with. He said he really liked the face, and the face is great.
Face is cute. Yeah.
He channeled his inner Christine Van Patten, to be honest with you. I think he's been stealing from her. But he said he was a little unhappy with the hair. That was his big thing.
Hair. What I don't like is her drawers.
Yeah.
She's wearing like the saggiest pants that should never be worn by a cool rogue.
Yeah, but no.
He wasn't very happy with. He wasn't really happy with.
Cuffed. You should be happy about that.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with how the chest armor was represented. John's not paying attention.
This is, by the way, for the people asking.
Our intern is back in the office.
This is show number 69.
You can leave it open.
Is it really? Is it show 69?
Yes, Michael. I didn't tell you before the show for obvious reasons.
So even though this is the least
so
favorite figure, you will get a copy of
these. That's what you're saying?
And you know what? Here's another little known note. The Goblin was also supposed to have an interlocking base too, but that sort of fell through the cracks at the last minute too. So.
See, Bobby didn't own up to that when he was on. I'm like, what? He doesn't lock in. Well, he's not supposed to.
Anything's interlocking if you push it hard enough.
Bobby's busy. Bobby's got too many things. If one thing goes in his head, something else falls out. So I try to keep things to a minimum.
Wow.
Hey, Arthur.
Man, he must be at Adepticon. He can't possibly be hearing you right now.
I love these kind of bases. As opposed to the round. I like the round ones. They're nice, but I like this idea of the interlockingness of it.
You know what?
And this is really cool.
That comes from the original Dungeon Dwellers miniatures from the 80s when Heritage did those.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It does. Right? Yeah, I do. I know. I do.
For Bone 7, we're going to go back and put all of the figures on interlocking bases.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the square dungeon bases with the irregular. I think that's great. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like them too.
More of that going forward.
You probably won't see it again, but it was just we only did it on these promotional models. We didn't do it on anything else. I like it. Yeah. I really do. I think it's fun.
Michael's just rolling a hand grenade in there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's time to find a raid.
Are you sure? We got more. Ron's here. Ron wants to talk more.
Well, I can appreciate that he does, but
yeah, look,
it's 4:20. Michael, don't you have somewhere to be?
It's
for episode 69.
I have no idea what either of those references mean.
We're going to be raiding CNOT.
What about otters? I like otters.
Okay, fine. You don't have to twist my arm to raid the otters.
Yeah, let's raid the otters. You'd raid the otters every time.
In fact,
CNOT's great, but
I urge you guys check the otters out and then go hang out with CNOT. Tell him I sent you inadvertently.
Yeah.
But tell him he ranked right behind the otters.
Yes. So. That was what Justin said. That Justin said they ranked right behind the otters. I didn't say that.
Nope,
I just said let's raid the otters.
Tell him I said that. Yeah. So thank you guys very much. Let me play our outro here. I don't think Ron's heard it.
What?
Bye, everybody.
You have to
Thanks
wait.
everybody
Where's
for
our music?
tuning in. See you next week. Thanks. Ron won't be here, but somebody else will be on. Are we gone yet?
No. You have to wave.
Bye. Oh, wave,
Well,
wave,
we're trying
everybody.
to
There we
wave.
go. Thank you
Yeah,
guys very
there we
much,
go.
and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.